The first kiss?
I don't even know what started it. Like, we just happened. I don't
No.
know. Yeah, we were just in Japan.
But then the next day, like we kind of acted like nothing happened because we were friends.
We meet up to go to the gym the next day. Just
I was running on the treadmill and
like
looking
looking
over.
over at him. We were so like nervous with butterflies and stuff.
I was almost falling off. I can tell you about the first time when we kind of knew that we really liked each other. We were at this restaurant in Japan.
We went upstairs and it was kind of a private room, but they had all these round pillows, like,
Huge foam balls on the floor, and you just lay on the floor.
and that was memorable to me because we had a bottle of wine and we just started talking and it was really cool.
And we'd been hanging out constantly. We didn't necessarily admit we really liked each other, but we were like day and night, like inseparable, like best friends. That night we got a little bit boozed, and it all came out.
We just said, I can't imagine not being around you or with you all the time. So, yeah, sitting on the balls in the restaurant.
That's when we really knew.
Yeah, that's when I knew.
And then the end of the night came and they kicked us out and gave us a brown paper bag for the rest of our wine in Japan. So we finished that walking down the street.
Andy proposal.
Fargo, before we were coming to Winnipeg, he was there
We kept the ring in the coffee stain crate.
for 3 months. Probably smelled like bacon and eggs.
Robin actually was playing with the ring without knowing that it's a ring.
He waited till we were in the basement.
And then I said, Jim, I have something to show you. And I went to pull the ring out of the coffee stand, and Lemire walks in.
I was delivering and I was super fast. So every time I came back and it was about to start and I walked in. So he did it, I think, 3 times before he did it actually.
So the next day he drives us again.
On a Sunday morning.
And I'm like, look, Lemire, you gotta go away for at least an hour.
Said he wanted to talk to me, so
And I asked him,
if it was okay if with me that if he married my daughter, and
didn't really say much at the time. I think I caught him off guard.
so I thought it was very nice of him to be chivalrous enough to ask for Robin's hand, but then after I got thinking that he had waited till I was at my weakest.
It was right after his heart surgery.
It was probably the smartest thing he ever did.
That was kind of my plan.
It was Valentine's Day, and he absolutely had to get a coat. I don't know why, but he just needed this new dress coat just to go to dinner. I was like, okay.
Beautiful little restaurant, and it was about 40 below that day. So we go for dinner, and I had the ring with me, like burning a hole in my pocket, and I was trying to figure out how to do it.
He went outside first to see if the taxi had come.
And there was these huge candles in ice.
It was lit going up the stairs. So,
And so I said, come on, let's go wait outside for the taxi.
and then he stood there and was asking me,
And that's when I got down on one knee and
holding my hands, and he said, I think it's about time we take this to another level.
asked her if she'd marry me.
Then he proposed right there on the steps outside in the minus 40 below weather in Winnipeg.
I've never seen her that happy ever before that. So.
I was nervous, but I was giggling the whole time, and I could hardly do anything but just giggle and jump up and down. I was excited.
She said yes.
And then we forgot our takeout food.
Okay, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I bugged him for, it had to be a year and a half, 2 years, and I would ask Robin as well, when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? And Andy didn't say a word to me.
I always said, geez, I don't even really know if Robin's ever going to get married. I'd almost told myself, well, maybe she won't get married. I guess that'll be all right if she doesn't get married, you know?
And then he told me that he phoned me and he said, well, I'm going to do it tonight, Mom. In 40 below weather, he said, will you marry me?
Jim decides he's going to tell me,
An hour before I came home.
and he's going to ask Robin tonight.
She didn't know.
And I just flipped out on Jim, didn't I? Completely flipped out. I said, you have known this for 2 days.
So she was a little wound up.
Well, we had a big party for Monday night.
I thought, oh,
Knowing the personality of the beast, you work with it.
yeah, it was good though.
And I thought, thank God. I was so excited. For me, it was the best thing that
It
could
was a
have
blessing.
happened.
Blessing for our
Yeah.
family.
Right. Okay. I don't know. We really talk about every decision we make together.
We just both, everything. We talk about it. We always have.
We are both the planners.
I make lists. Like my mom.
There's some good traits there too, somewhere, hopefully.
I'm in charge of breakfast.
Yeah. A lot of lists. That's me.
I make breakfast. That's about it. The final decision maker.
Well, I am. He's just made
Makes
me
me
laugh
laugh.
from day one.
We have a good time together all the time.
We had them outside on the lawn, Andy with jeans on and Robin with a pair of tight pants on, and they're outside doing lifts in the rain because we wanted to see them lift.
We're waiting till we're married to kiss.
Just we have so much fun together.
But you just see the look in his eyes whenever he's around her, and he just lights up.
He's been so considerate of me the whole time.
When he walks into the room, you know, it's sort of like he's number one and we're number two.
You just see the look in his eyes whenever he's around her, and he just lights up.
They just fit to each other perfectly.
Well, it's kind of like you can be with somebody constantly, like all day, every day, and it's perfect. Everything's great. Like you couldn't get better. And then there's a few days when, you know, that person's not around, you know, and your life's just a little bit worse.
I don't know, you just have this feeling that, well, you just don't want to be with anybody else.